so we just went through our garbage, so we're also going to go through our recycling bin. And the reason that we're going through our recycling is that of the 3 R's, it goes reduce, reuse, and then recycle. So one of our focuses on this challenge is to reduce so we don't have to recycle in the first place. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't recycle. If you have something that you can recycle, you should recycle it. So after 2 weeks, this is what's in our recycling bin. You can see that it's mostly paper products, and then we've got some aluminum cans and some glass bottles, and then just a little bit of plastic, which actually is way better than I thought we were going to do. So I'm going to just go over a couple of quick and easy, hopefully easy to remember tricks about recycling. So I've taken tours of some recycling facilities through my Master Recycler class and through work, and because of that I've learned some tips from operators of those recycling facilities. So basically what happens when your recyclables go to in the truck and then are taken to the center, they are basically dumped into a huge pile on the floor, and then a crane or what the hell is that called? Whatever. A big truck scoops it up and dumps it on a conveyor belt. So basically, if you think about it, you've got, cans, and you've also got things like bottle lids that are really small. And those things have a really high probability of never making it onto the conveyor belt or falling off. So one of the best things you can do is to take little pieces like bottle lids and the actual lid of the can, and you put it in the bottom, and then you squeeze the top of the can shut just like this so that nothing can get out. And that way, they're more likely to be recycled. So that's one tip.
Bulldozer.
Thank you, bulldozer. Okay. Another tip is to do that with plastics. You can put little tiny plastic lids inside bottles to make them more likely to be recycled. Oh, and one thing to keep in mind is that you want to clean out your cans or any other item that had food in it before you recycle it. You don't have to scrub it clean with soap and water, but you do want to get most of the food particles out, because if they mold, then they can contaminate the recyclables. So those are just some tips for you.
The same goes for glass bottles. Give them a quick rinse before you put them in there.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so this is the metals, plastics, and glass. Then we've got paper. So you can recycle most paper that is not shiny, things like envelopes. You can recycle toilet paper rolls, paper bags. But what you want to watch out for is paper that's heavily dyed, because in order to recycle it, the paper facilities have to strip out the color. And if it's really bright and colorful like this, it's a lot harder to get all of the color out so that it can be recycled. So if you can, avoid purchasing things like envelopes that are brightly colored, and just buy white or pastel if you can. But because this is only one-sided, I think it's fine. So anyway, I think we're doing pretty good actually in terms of recycling. We really don't have a lot of paper. But one thing I do recommend, if you get things like this in the mail that you don't want, like catalogs or pamphlets, or even credit card bill offers, is to call the company and ask to be removed from their mailing list. It's a really great way to reduce your paper that you have to recycle. So it might take a couple of months for them to get the message and take you off the list, but eventually they will. I've done that with a lot of catalogs that previous tenants of our apartment and house have ordered. So anyway, that's one way that you can completely reduce it. But yeah, so that's a summary of our recycling.